Hey everybody, KC here. So a morning newsbeat reader the other day was very excited and sent me this story that had gone viral on Facebook about how the New York Mets had turned down this multi-million-dollar partnership with Elon Musk and Tesla, saying they didn't want to be in business with him because we have chosen to prioritize partnerships with companies that align more closely with our values. Wow. I thought that was great when I read it. I said, what a great example of a business knowing what its core values are and then adhering to them. Except, of course, like so much that's on Facebook, it wasn't true. I did a little research, and apparently on Facebook, there are almost identical stories about a lot of sports teams, including the Buffalo Bills, the Minnesota Vikings, the San Francisco 49ers, Detroit Lions, Denver Broncos, Baltimore Ravens, Dallas Cowboys, Winnipeg Jets, Detroit Tigers, Los Angeles Dodgers, and New York Yankees, as well as the Mets. This is one of the reasons I really don't go on Facebook or any social media anymore, except, of course, for LinkedIn. Now, I haven't canceled my Facebook account, which means that every once in a while I'll get notifications. And when I get a notification about somebody I know or I like or I'm curious about, I'll send that person a text or an email and I'll inquire. I don't want our communications to go through social media, and especially not through Facebook. I'll do it direct person to person. Now, I have to admit, the other day I got this notification that somebody I knew had said something about me on Facebook. Well, I'm as narcissistic as the next guy, and my curiosity got the better of me. And so what I decided to do is I went on Facebook. I hadn't done it for a long time. And of course, that person hadn't actually posted anything about me. But I was there and I started to scroll down just out of curiosity, and then down some more and read a little of this and read a little of that. And pretty soon I was totally locked in until I remembered that this is precisely the reason I don't go on Facebook. And it all gets worse. There was a story in the Wall Street Journal recently about, and I quote, "Across Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp, Meta Platforms is racing to popularize a new class of AI-powered digital companions that Mark Zuckerberg believes will be the future of social media. Inside Meta, staffers across multiple departments have raised concerns that the company's rush to popularize these bots may have crossed ethical lines, including by quietly endowing AI personas with the capacity for fantasy sex, according to people who worked on them. The staffers also warned that the company wasn't protecting underage users from such sexually explicit discussions. Unique among its top peers, Meta has allowed these synthetic personas to offer a full range of social interaction, including romantic role play, as they banter over text, share selfies, and even engage in live voice conversations with users. In other words, what they're doing at Facebook and its brethren is encouraging kids to use social media to engage in so-called relationships, often romantic or sexual with AI creations. Now listen, Zuckerberg has been quoted as saying that he, and I quote, has seen the future, and it's one in which the world's loneliness epidemic is alleviated by people finding friendship with a system that knows them well and kind of understands them in a way that their feed algorithms do. Well, of course he wants people to find a cure for loneliness in systems and algorithms. He'll be able to monetize those choices and profit on the pain that they inevitably will feel when all those relationships with platforms go south, which they have to because they're platforms, they're not people. People like Mark Zuckerberg are reprehensible. Now listen, I know that businesses like yours have to use social media to reach your customers, to communicate with your customers. But man, this is really, really bad stuff, and it's being controlled by people who have no moral compass, no ethical grounding, and absolutely no interest beyond their own wealth and power. These are not people, these are not businesses on which I would want to depend. Anyway, that's what's on my mind. And as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.